FM Community Radio.
Welcome to Creative Corner with Denise. It's great to be with you again. And of course, it's the first Thursday of the month, which means we'll be having book chat with Jackie. And I'll be with you until 8 o'clock tonight, talking books and also playing some fantastic music.
That was Vanessa Amorosi with This Is Who I Am.
And you're listening to Creative Corner with Denise on 88.9 Win FM. And of course, that lovely voice was Jackie. Welcome, Jackie.
Hi, how are you, Denise?
Good. The month has rolled around again for another book chat.
It's just too quick.
I know. And the next time we meet, it'll be not far from Christmas, will it?
That's right, yeah.
Absolutely. So, of course, we always talk about a particular topic at book chat. So what is it tonight?
I thought we'd do biographies.
Oh, I like biographies. Yeah. I love biographies. Absolutely.
The reason I was inspired to do it was because the store is just full of biographies at the moment.
Right.
Always an indicator that Christmas is coming along.
Yes.
Because, you know, most people, even if they're not avid readers, will enjoy reading about someone they admire or someone they're fascinated by.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I'm just surrounded by biographies at the moment, and there's some really interesting ones. So I've actually called the topic Biographies, the Good, the Bad and the Ugly. So then while we talk about some of the books, you can work out which categories they fit in.
All right, let's go.
The first one is How to Make Gravy by Paul Kelly.
Oh.
And he's a bit of a legend.
He is a great songwriter.
Legend. Yeah, well, he's written, he did a concert, a series of concerts in 2004, and he played I understand that he played about 100 songs in alphabetical order.
Of his songs or just songs in general?
No, his songs.
Right.
And each song, there was, you know, the lyrics had a meaning to it. And then after each song, he would talk about the meaning behind it or the story behind it.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, and that was in 2004. So, and it was the performance was over 4 nights.
So each song, he would tell the history of how that song came about.
Yeah, and it covered the 3 decades of hhis life leading up to that moment.
Wow.
So that would have been a pretty interesting concert to be at.
And also, too, with him actually relaying it, I imagine it had a bit of emotion to it and all that.
Yeah, it's very different when you hear the person.
Oh, absolutely.
That's, you know, it's about, I guess. So what's... since that time, he's now put together a memoir that is got 100 chapters, which is the 100 songs he sang.
Oh, okay.
And it goes from A to Z.
Right.
So it's all in alphabetical order. And so the book contains the lyrics, the song lyrics, and then the story that he narrated after each song lyric.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a very unique book, and also you can just get the book with the story, with the lyrics and the stories, or you can actually get it in a box set, and the box set also includes a 64-page booklet with colour photos, but it's also got eight CDs with all the songs on it as well.
I have seen the book, but I didn't realise there was a CD collection that went along with it.
Yeah, so you can get it in 2 formats.
Okay. So if you get the CD collection, does that also have the book with it, or is it a separate
it comes in a slipcase.
Oh,
so it comes with the book, the colour photograph book as well, as well as the CD. So it all comes in a gift box.
Oh, that'd be a lovely package for a Paul Kelly fan.
Yeah.
Does it
so
tell a lot about his life?
Yeah, it goes through, and it says he talked a little bit about his book and, you know, where it's coming from and why he's put it together. And he says that some of the songs and some of the stories are confessional. Some are about his personal life and his family history. Some are about going on the road with the band, you know, and going through those experiences.
Oh, I can imagine what some of the stories on the band would be.
He's even written around, like, you know, essays that he's read, or inspirations that he's, you know, seen from other people and other performers.
Yes.
Apparently, when I did a bit of research about him, he was just a born storyteller. That was just...
Well, I think he's one of the only songwriters that's actually had his lyrics as part of the Year 12 curriculum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's looked on as a bit of a poet as well. I mean, his songs are looked on as poetry as well. He's very gifted. Good, as you said, a great storyteller.
Yeah, yeah. So he even explores in this book, people who are associated with contemporary music and footballers and cricketers and people with literature. So it's not just about him. Yeah, it's about people who've influenced him and he's come across or inspired him in some way.
And how's that going at the moment? Is it popular?
Yeah, it's fairly popular. But yeah, like I said, it's definitely, it's not the sort of thing you just want to walk in and buy and stick it in your bag because it's quite a big book. So, it's not a travel type book.
It might be one you're relaxing at home.
Yeah, so, it's definitely one that you would buy for someone who is really interested in music or really likes Paul Kelly.
Well, my co-host on a Friday is an obsessed Paul Kelly fan.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, Andrew loves Paul Kelly. Yeah.
So he was born in 1955. He's 55 years old. And he performed solo as well as with a couple of bands. One of them was the Dots. Then there was the Coloured Girls and the Messengers. And apparently they had to change their name with the Coloured Girls when they launched in America.
I'd imagine so, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Because that could have been taken the wrong way in that culture.
Yeah. So, and he's done all sorts of music styles. He's done bluegrass, he's done reggae, he's also straddled like folk and rock and country. So, and he grew up in Adelaide and he travelled all around Australia.
For some reason, I thought he came from Melbourne. There you go.
He lived in Melbourne.
Okay.
Yeah, he settled in Melbourne in 1976.
Oh, so he has been here for some time. Yeah.
But I didn't know this about him. I mean, I guess, music, people, rock and roll, drugs, it all sort of...
Sex, drugs and rock and roll.
Yeah, I know, but I hadn't realised that he was actually right into that drug scene.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but I don't know that there's many that aren't at some point in the career.
And I guess it comes with, the fame
territory,
and money and not knowing what to spend your money on and all those sorts of things.
And I think the younger you have that success, it seems, I mean, there's always exceptions, but it seems the younger they are and they get all that money that they get a bit carried away.
Just make bad choices.
That's right.
He also lived in Sydney. He moved there in 1985. And he was married and divorced twice, and he's got 3 children, and he now lives in St Kilda.
I think he's lived in St Kilda a while, I think, yeah. Because that's very arty sort of a place, St Kilda, isn't it?
It is.
Yes, yeah. All right, well, we might have another song and then we'll come back and talk about another biography.
Sounds good.
You're listening to Creative Corner with Denise on 88.9 Win FM.
That was one of my favourite artists, Pink, with I Don't Believe You. And I was just telling Denise while we were listening to it that I went to her concert this year and it was one of the best concerts I've ever seen.
I think she's a fantastic singer, songwriter, but also a wonderful entertainer. She's got the whole
package. It was a real show.
Well, she did acrobatics, you were saying.
Yeah. Oh, it's just brilliant.
And of course, Creative Corner and Book Chat is brought to you by
Collins Booksellers and ABC Centre at the Werribee Plaza.
A proud sponsor of 88.9 Win FM. And today we're talking about biographies.
Yeah.
So what's the next one you've got?
Well, the next one's a really interesting person that a lot of people have spoken about over the last few years, and her name's Susan Boyle.
Oh, I don't think there's many people who would know who Susan Boyle is. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got her biography out, and it's called The Woman I Was Born to Be. And she, of course, rose to fame in, I think it was 2009, when she auditioned for Britain's Got Talent.
Oh, was it? That's right. Sorry, I thought it was the X Factor. You're right, yeah.
And the YouTube video, it was watched over 1 million times.
It went ballistic.
Yeah.